Standard 9, Subject Political Science, Chapter 3, India's Defense System. Dear children, we have learned in our last lessons that the primary national interest of a country includes defense from foreign aggression and internal unrest and keeping the borders safe. For this, every nation creates a defense system at the national level. India has also created such a system. Let us see what is national security. Even if they cooperate with each other, sometimes there are conflicts between sovereign nations. These are disputes between nations over boundaries, or sometimes conflicts emerge between them over water sharing. Some other reason for conflict could be not follow the term of international treaties, constantly competing against each other, and influx of refugees from neighboring countries. Whenever such a conflict of interest arises between nations, it is sought to be resolved by compromises and discussions. But when such efforts are not enough to resolve the conflict, a nation may even think of war. When a nation attacks another and challenges the sovereignty of the latter, it endangers the security of the nation. Such challenges are created due to the military power of aggressive nations. In any situation, a nation's first duty and responsibility is to keep the security systems always well prepared and ready. This is called as national security. A nation must assess the threat to its geographical boundaries and the sources of that threat. In order to keep this threat at bay, the nation has to increase its military might. The nation has to use modern technology to predict the threat, to build weapons systems, and modernize and update the defense forces. Resolving conflict by taking recourse to war in order to safeguard national security brings internal peace into danger. Hence, some nations try to get the support of other nations to manage the threat to their national security. India's security system. India's security system includes the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, the three forces that defend the country. The responsibility of protecting the geographical boundaries is on the Army, whereas the Navy protects the coastline. The Air Force is in charge of protecting India's airspace. The Ministry of Defense controls all the three forces. The Indian Army is very big. It is the world's 7th largest. Its chief is known as the General. The Chief of Navy is known as the Admiral, while the Chief of the Air Force is known as the Air Chief Marshal. These three chiefs are appointed by the President. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces. The Defense Forces cannot take any decisions about war or peace without the consent of the President, because the latter represents the civil power. In a democracy, civil leadership is considered superior to military leadership. Many measures are taken so that all three defense forces in India's security system are adequately modernized. For this, some research institutions have been set up. Many training institutes have also been set up in our country to train the personnel of all ranks of our defense forces so that they can perform their task competently. The example, the National Defense Academy (NDA) at Pune and the National Defense College (NDC) at Delhi, etc. Paramilitary forces. There are paramilitary forces to help the defense forces in India. They are neither completely military forces nor completely civil forces. Hence, they are called paramilitary forces. Their main task is to help the defense forces. The Border Security Forces, Coast Guard, Central Reserve Police Force, Rapid Action Forces are some of the paramilitary forces. The paramilitary forces are responsible for the security of important locations like railway station, oil depots, water reserves, etc. Similarly, they play a role in management of disasters, whether natural or man-made. The responsibility of protecting the country's international borders during peace time also rests with the paramilitary forces. The border security forces perform tasks like creating a sense of security in the minds of people living in areas near the border, preventing smuggling, patrolling the border, etc. The Coast Guard has been created to protect India's oceanic borders. The Coast Guard carries out tasks like protecting the fishing occupation within Indian maritime borders, preventing smuggling along sea routes, etc. The Central Reserve Police Force helps the administration in various states to maintain law and order. The Rapid Action Force perform the task of bringing people lives to normalcy by moving in quickly in incident of threat to national security such as bomb blast or riots. The National Cadet Corps (NCC) has been established with the purpose of instilling among students the love of discipline and military training. Boy and girl students from schools and colleges can join the NCC. Home Guards. This organization was established in the pre-independence period. Citizens can join the Home Guard and assist in the defense of the country. Any citizen, man or woman between the age of 20 to 35 years can join the Home Guards. This force has the following tasks: maintaining public security, supply of milk, water and other essential services during riots or strikes, to regulate traffic, to help people at the time of natural disaster like floods, earthquake, etc. Remaining part of this chapter we'll study in next video. Thank you.